So guys, Bitcoin's pumping, Ethereum is pumping, altcoins are pumping, and right now I want to talk about exactly how I made an extra around 8 to 9 G's right now with altcoins ripping up by reallocating and pretty much shifting a few of my positions. I want to talk about exactly what's going on in the markets, a little bit about those positions that I shifted over, and my perspective on trying to rotate and everything else in between. Overall though, if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the markets, as well as giving you guys my perspective around specific altcoins that are ripping, how I do, my rotations, sell-offs, everything around that. And today I want to talk about exactly how I made a lot of shmoolah by rotating out of a meme coin into a utility coin before all the hype took off. But overall, guys, let's go to jump into it. Hi guys, so today I do want to talk to you guys about how I pretty much made a lot of money from allocating out of one position, Brett, into another position, Kondux. But today I want to still run through everything that is happening in the markets. Right now we're sitting at around 98,000. We shot up very significantly, as well as Ethereum as well, sitting at around 3,800, about to break that 4,000 mark. Total 2 chart, as you guys can see, altcoins are still ripping very significantly, and specific sectors are getting a lot of the mind share. We talked about it yesterday with AI going crazy. Miles Dutcher put up a great chart for the altcoin season index, and he says, wow, this is the highest the altcoin season index has been since 2022. We've been waiting for this for years. So overall, guys, altcoins are starting to get a huge pump, but not all coins are created equal. And throughout this whole crypto cycle, if we jump over here on this, you're watching my YouTube channel while we're looking at more of my YouTube channel. But overall, guys, I've been documenting my journey, and throughout this I actually started to make different allocations based off of the sentiment that was going on in the markets, and I keep up with everything that's going on in the crypto markets and post daily so you guys can see the actual shift in sentiment on throughout everything that was happening. And in this video, as you guys can see right here, I'm putting my mouse over it so it's playing it slightly. I had sold all of my crypto, one position from the coin Brett. This was one of my highly allocated positions, and whenever I sold the coin, I was actually down around, I would say, like 40%. It was actually crazy. I recommend you guys go watch this video. But what happened here, guys, was I was starting to see meme coins pop off very heavily, and AI coins weren't getting the mind share and the sentiment and the spotlight that they deserved, and a lot of coins were undervalued. So what did I do? I decided to sell all of my Brett position. That's correct, all of it. And now if I could go back, I wouldn't have sold all of my Brett position. I would have sold around 60% of it, just so I could still play that Brett position. But I took myself completely out of Brett and allocated to Kondux, and this is where I started to make some crazy gains. So after that happened, about 2 months ago, back in October, guys, I actually started to share my sentiment around it. If I made a mistake right here, as you can see, I had said I made a huge crypto mistake, AI versus meme crypto, and right here was me giving my perspective as to what was taking off, because meme coins started to rally very, very hard and AI coins were sitting in the dust. But in this previous week, we started to see AI coins start to rally very, very significantly. As you can see, guys, on the chart right now, if we look at my main positions, Hash AI up 41.8% on the 7-day, Kondux up 65.3%. And honestly, guys, if we click into these, as you can see, for Kondux, for that 30-day, it's up around 366%. For that 14-day, it's up 457%. Same thing with Hash AI. If we open up Hash AI and look at the long chart, the max chart, you can see, guys, that we're up around 241% for the 14-day and up 590% for the 30-day. So AI coins started to get the sentiment that they deserved. We talked about it in all of my recent videos, and as a result, my mainly allocated position, Kondux, shot up significantly, guys. It was crazy. The valuation to the side is actually correct right here, as you can see. It's sitting at around $15,747. Now, if you go back and look at that video back in October, whenever I sold all of my crypto, the position was worth around, I would say, 5 to 7 G's. Now, if I would have stayed allocated to Brett, guys, it would have returned back to its all-time high, slightly above it at around 19 cents. The position would only be worth around 9 to 10 G's. You can go do the math. I'm not lying to you. This is where now, if you look at the portfolio, that 9 G's turned into around 15,000. Honestly, more, because Kondux ran to around 12 cents on the weekend. I could have sold, honestly, and dumped, but I wasn't planning on doing that just because I'm highly allocated to this position and I can't wait for it to actually run up much higher, especially with AI coins starting to get a lot of the attention right now from investors, retail, and a lot of other different people. So right now, guys, how I made those crazy gains was pretty much reallocating out of the meme sector, out of Brett, into Kondux. And I know there's a lot of people on this YouTube channel that are like, hey dude, you messed up, you shouldn't have jumped out of Brett, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. At the end of the day, guys, I can sell off around, I would say 30% of my Kondux position because it's sitting at around 15,000, and I can reallocate to Brett, and I'm still winning because the Kondux position already has surpassed what I would have made in my Brett position. And this is where we have mixed opinions about rotations. I talked about it yesterday with how Miles Dutcher felt about, trying to, I guess, time everything in the rotations. He says overall, if you're not an investor, not a trader, you shouldn't care about nailing rotations. Your goal is to position yourself in quality assets that you believe are fundamentally undervalued and align with the general macro bias beliefs of the market. The money will sort itself out. But at the end of the day, it's easier to say that whenever you have a lot of capital, when you have a lot of money sitting, and more than likely your ton of money is going to turn into more tons of money. But whenever you're someone like me and like you trying to make those massive gains, guys, rotations are going to be your friend as long as you know what you're doing. What happened was meme coins were rallying super hard. I decided to take my position out of Brett, moving into Kondux that at the time, guys, was sitting at around 2 cents. It was really crazy. I allocated to this position when it was sitting at around 2-3 cents, and now you can see that it's sitting at around 9-10 cents. It was sitting at around 12 cents. So I practically got a 4x on the coin. Whereas with Brett, whenever I had sold the coin back in October, it was sitting at around 8-9ish cents, and right now it's sitting at 19. So I would have only gotten a 1x on my money. It wouldn't have been as much. So overall, the position was better allocated to Kondux that I had a higher X potential. But this is where you have different mixed opinions as to what I did and what other people are doing. Rotations aren't always your best friend, like Miles Dutcher says. At the end of the day, if you're an investor, you shouldn't be caring about trying to trade all of these different moves. But if you're someone like me trying to maximize your gains, you are consistently rotating out of specific coins just because certain coins haven't moved and rallied as hard as other coins. Right now, guys, AI coins are popping off very significantly. And if we look into the portfolio, one other coin that I am super bullish on is Gala Gaming. Gala is a huge company corporation revolved around Web3, and they have established themselves in the Web3 space. Right now, you can see that the valuation of Gala is sitting at around 5 to 6 cents. All-time high for Gala was around 82 cents, guys. It's not showing on here on the chart, but as you guys can see, if we scroll down to the information and news, here, let me just go ahead and pull it up for you. You can see right here that the all-time high for Gala was around 82 cents. So overall, right now, if you do the valuation around it, I did it earlier, it's around a 15 to 16x from where we're sitting. Now, the reason why I'm so heavily invested in Hash AI, Kondux, a lot of these AI coins, guys, is the fact that they are so fresh. A lot of them have, little to no track record. So what they can do is exponential, especially if you are allocated to this position whenever everything was dipping down very significantly. And right now, Gala is waiting to make that move. It has rallied super hard in the past few days, as you guys can see. For the 14-day, 104%, 30-day, 227%. And I think that Gala is still waiting to make a huge, massive move. And all of these other coins that have already started to make moves, this is where you can start to allocate into different positions and try to rotate and make more money by seeing, which coins haven't seen their huge pump up. But guys, that's currently what what has happened with me, how I pretty much made that extra, 5 to 7 G's. You can do the math and determine it for me. But overall, I made a lot more money by reallocating from a meme coin into a utility coin. And that's currently my perspective on the markets and kind of how I'm planning on, trading and playing a few of these coins. At the end of the day though, like Miles Dutcher says, if you're trying to be an investor and not a trader, you shouldn't really care about nailing rotations. Someone like me though, guys, I'm trying to make as much money as possible. So I'm going to be allocating to certain coins that I know are going to be popping off in the next, month or so. And then from there, allocating into other positions that haven't ripped up very, very hard. So overall, guys, I want to run you through everything that pretty much I discussed today. Like how I said, Bitcoin is currently trading at 98,000. Ethereum sitting at around 3,800, about to break 4 Gs. A total 2 chart showing altcoins ripping very significantly. Right now, I talked about, how I reallocated out of pretty much Brett, my main meme position, into Kondux. And as a result, if we look at the overall price action around these assets, I am sitting significantly higher being allocated to the Kondux position as opposed to the Brett position. We talked about it. If we go look at my YouTube channel, you guys can actually see when I sold off these coins and exactly how I started to feel afterwards as well. Right here, I just sold all of my crypto. This is whenever I sold all of the meme position into Kondux. And then from here, you can also see where I talked about how I felt like I messed up. But right now, as time tells, I am winning. I can honestly get out of my Kondux position, take around 30% of it, reallocate to Brett, and now I'm back in Brett and in Kondux. But at the end of the day, I am looking more long-term into a few of these coins, and I really believe in Kondux and what it's going to be able to produce, especially being tied into AI and Web3 gaming. I'm really hyped to see exactly what's going to be happening. But right now, with everything that's happening, how I made these crazy gains, I'm looking for that next position to rotate into. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be selling any of my AI positions anymore or my AI and gaming position just because they are ripping significantly, and I don't plan on trying to play those rotations in buying in at a lower price and selling high and doing all that different stuff. I'm already allocated, doing great stuff. If I want to jump into Brett, I can't do that. But I'm looking more into what is the next coin that is going to be exploding. There's a ton of them, a ton, guys, but I'm already allocated to Gala, and I'm very confident in what this coin is going to be able to produce just because they are a long-term corporation that has been here for multiple cycles. I'm really hyped to see exactly what is going to be able to happen once we start to see liquidity run into the markets. But guys, that is currently what is taking place: allocations, rotations, and pretty much different perspectives on what you should be doing. I know a lot of people that are established into the space don't really think you should be trying to, nail all of the rotations, try to make all the gains, but it's easier said than done whenever you have a ton of capital. Someone like me, I'm trying to make the crazy gains, so I'm documenting my process, showing you guys where you can, try to make those gains, and at the end of the day, it's all trial and error. But I made the right decision from reallocating from a meme position into the an AI utility position, and I'm still really highly positioned on it, and I have high commitment into the project as well. Now it's just a matter of nailing the next rotation so that I can keep taking my portfolio up and up and up. But overall, guys, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the markets, as well as my specific moves around my rotations, how I sell my coins, the specific altcoins I'm invested in, sectors, perspectives, and everything else in between. Today I didn't really talk about Bitcoin, indicators, price action around Ethereum, and the total 2 chart, more around how I just made a good amount of gains by rotating out of one coin, and pretty much my perspective on rotations and how I plan to do it moving forward. But I drop everything on this YouTube channel, so if you're new to the channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think of my position, my perspective. Let me know if you guys think I made the wrong decision, and everything else in between. But I drop daily content every day to keep you guys updated on everything that is happening in the markets, as well as my perspective and what I'm doing, my mistakes, and the things that I think, most people, altcoin investors and crypto investors should be doing and focusing on. But guys, if you're new to my channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think of my channel. We're getting really close to getting monetized on this YouTube channel, getting close to being a 2/3 of the way there. So I'm really psyched, really happy. I do appreciate all the support. But other than that, guys, drop me a comment, let me know what you guys think of my positions, what coins I should be focusing on for that next rotation, and everything else in between. But other than that, hopefully I see you guys in the next one. I drop daily content every day. So stay tuned, and I'll see you then. Peace.